Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Extreme Z Awakening for the Hope-Filled Strike Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku. It's probably the biggest mouthful ever, but it's Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku. Don't know why they stuck the full power in between the Super and the 4, but yes, so Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku recently got his Extreme Z Awakening on DBZ Dokkan Battle Global. Technically a global exclusive, but it's probably going to be on JP like super soon. So obviously he is a full power lead, which is something that's pretty damn good. And yeah, we're going to take a look at his stats. So he's a full power lead of 170%. He also leads tech types of 120%. He raises his attack and defense for 1 turn and massively lowers defense of the enemy. He has attack and defense of 159% and raises attack and defense by up to 100% depending on how much health is remaining. He has Ki +3 plus an additional attack and defense of 59% when all allies attacking in the same turn are super class, and he has a medium chance to evade the enemy's super attack and counter with tremendous power. He foresees the enemy's super attack when there is another full power category ally attacking in the same turn, and HP is 59% and below. He has Super Saiyan, Saiyan Raw, Prepared for Battle, Shocking Speed, Saiyan Lineage, GT and Fierce Battle, and he's on Shadow Dragons, Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Goku's Family, Final Trump Card, All Out Struggle, Giant Ape Power, Connected Hope, Turtle School, Miraculous Awakening, GT Heroes, Bond of Friendship, Accelerated Battle and Trusted Will, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, and Bond of Parent and Child. We're going to be taking a look at him at 55% in the Hidden Potential system, and we're going to see just how good he is at that stage. Now, just a couple things to mention. So his additional attack and defense boost cannot fall below 10%. So it goes from 10% to 100%. His super attack raises his defense by 30%. He has a 30% chance to evade and counter the enemy's super attack. And when he supers, if the full rotation is super class enemies, his defense goes up by roughly 30% as well. So in total, after the super, you should see a 30% increase in what his defense is. So with 180,000, 190,000 defense, should be looking at roughly 255k defense, somewhere around there, which is pretty decent, obviously. One thing is, obviously, having full superclass team isn't really that hard, or a full superclass rotation isn't really that hard, so it's not too difficult a requirement to get. So 255k defense with support, obviously, isn't bad at all. Obviously this is the GT Heroes team, which is a very good team for a lot of these units. 5.79 million, which is also pretty good, and yeah, overall looks really solid right out the gate. 55%, so it's not in any way a slight on the unit at all. I think at 55% to have almost 200k defense and 255k defense after supering, and to do almost 6 million in attack stat turn 1 is very, very good. And I think a lot of people need to realize that okay, barring the health requirements aside, Goku has a pretty decent start of turn stats. So comparatively, the 3rd year LR EZA that gave them 200k defense and 7.2 million attack stats at rainbow level before transformation. Yeah, just saying. So can't really hate on full power Goku's EZA at all. I think it's really, really solid. Again, here we can see very, very decent just raw stat numbers. Obviously we do have support here, 193,000. So again, we're looking at around the 250k mark. I think, obviously, from a build perspective, I would definitely say that crit is the best way to build Goku. It's 100% the best way to build Goku. He gains a lot from his crit. I think with these big attack stats, I think it's really, really solid. And I think, yeah, honestly, for me personally speaking, I think it's a really solid performance from him. I think he's really good. Now at rainbow level, you're looking at around 273, the 300 mark in terms of defense before supering, and you're looking at around the 360, 400k after supering, which is enough to take normals from almost every single boss in the red zone. So enough to tank supers, but he's got his 30% counter evasion there, so he's really solid. I think he's really good, and he can hit really hard. He's also got that counter ability, which a lot of people don't fully recognize. So yeah, I think overall he's pretty good. We're going to be trying him under a 180% lead here, which is roughly the same as what we had before, but obviously this is Goku's family. One really nice thing with this guy is that he links really well with all Super Saiyan 4 units, obviously, but he links well with both the Vegeta and the Gokus. He shares a lot of great links with the Vegeta and the Goku units. In terms of fulfilling the full power requirement for him, that's where things get a little bit more tricky, but I don't think it's actually that bad. So on Pure Saiyan's teams, you can just run the AGL Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. That's really all you need to activate his abilities, and you usually float those units, so it's not really a problem. You've got Super Saiyan Goku, you've got Kamehameha Gohan, although obviously this Goku is one of the few Gokus that doesn't have Kamehameha as a category, but that's not really a huge issue. So you've got options on the Goku's family, you've got options on Pure Saiyans. In terms of GT, I think that's where people don't really like it so much. So in terms of GT, the GT Heroes team, which is obviously where you probably want to run this Goku the most, that's where people are not really able to get a full power unit, and I think that's where a lot of people are feeling it a little bit, and kind of get this notion that maybe he's not so great, is because of that, that factor, the fact that you want to run him on GT Heroes, you want to kind of run him with the Giant Ape team, you kind of want to run him with these teams that are obviously, I don't want to say specifically catered towards him, but are where he's going to operate with his best link set. Ideally, he would have had a partner that gives him that full link. But with that being said, that does leave room in future for him to link up really well with the SS4 Goku that turns into full power SS4 Goku, or with a max power Super Saiyan 4 DB Heroes unit, maybe Super Saiyan 4 Super Heroes units, things like that. There's plenty of units like the Limit Break SS4s that everyone hopes comes with the next Heroes celebration. There's a lot of capacity for that to be fulfilled. In GT, no one really goes full power except for Omega Shenron, but you can get that done on a Shadow Dragon Saga team. So although Goku is technically somewhat hindered by that, you can fulfill his requirements on most of his teams without hindering the actual team build. Shadow Dragon Saga, it's only really the GT Heroes where you are going to struggle with that, and I think although that is something noticeable, I think it's probably weighed a little bit too much on people's minds. I think generally speaking you can fulfill the full power requirement pretty easily with Goku. I think generally speaking you can get it done. At least for me, I think it's something that can quite easily be done. So here we're going to see, obviously we're using B-Panzer active skill. Now I don't use this in every video, but for GT Heroes units, or Goku's family units, it's actually a viable strategy, because Pan is actually usable on those teams under the 200% leads. So we can see again just shy of that 200k mark, which is fine. Generally speaking, his defenses look pretty solid raw numbers wise. Obviously Dokkan events are not a great metric to test it, and over 7 million as well, which is pretty damn good. At a rainbow level, he's going to be hitting harder, and he is going to have a lot more defense, which is going to matter. Like I said, he'll have about 270 defense with a little bit of support on the rotations, and he will look really good. But I think, yeah, realistically, he's going to be pretty damn solid, at least for me. But with that being said, let's take a look at his links and let's talk about whether they're worth link leveling. So yeah, in terms of his links, he's got some pretty strong ones. Obviously, with most of the Super Saiyan 4 units, they bond or link very well with each other. But of course, yeah, if you're trying to link them with other people, it's maybe not so easy. In terms of his links that he'll probably share across the board, we're looking at a pretty solid set. He's got Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. All very strong link sets, ones that he'll share with a lot of Hybrid Saiyans and Pure Saiyans. You then also have Shocking Speed as well as an option, and you also have Saiyan Lineage, which is pretty good. In terms of his overall link set, it's really strong. So Super Saiyan is a good link, very common. Saiyan Raw gives you 10% defense, very strong. Prepare for Battle, super common, gives you additional 5% attack and defense. Shocking Speed, 5% defense. Saiyan Lineage, 5% attack and defense, and 1 extra key when link leveled. GT gives you a whole 10% attack and defense. And he has Fierce Battle, which gives 20% attack, but 5% obviously extra from link leveling. Now, like I said, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, those are going to be very common. Throw in Saiyan Lineage and you're looking pretty solid. Shocking Speed is a relatively common key link as well. Your main ones you're going to want to prioritize are Saiyan Raw and GT. Between the two of those alone, you get 20% defense and 35% attack, which kind of means a lot to a unit like this. But the defense as well is great. Starter turns, always super helpful. So yeah, that's going to be something that's really quite crucial. Fortunately, he gets that from pretty much all of his major good linking partners. The nice thing about this guy is he links really well with just a ton of units. LR AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Strength Goku, Strength Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He links pretty well with the LRs as well. So yeah, this guy, he links really strongly with quite a few, well, pretty much all the Super Saiyan 4 units that aren't hero units. So he's got a really strong, diverse link set. And if you have basically any other Super Saiyan 4 unit, you've basically got this guy covered. 6 links with the Goku and Vegeta, the Strength and AGL ones. 5 links with both LR SS4s, with the LR physical SS4s, with the physical Super Saiyan GT Goku, and he also shares 5 links with Heart Ku, which is pretty good, and then 4 links with a whole bunch of units, pretty much across the board. Any unit that's got Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle is going to share 4 links with this guy, and that's a lot of units. That's a lot of units. So generally speaking, his link set's great. It's one of the things that made him really strong in the beginning, and it's also one of those things that's going to keep him quite strong for a while. That good diversity, that ability to do good damage, and having really solid defense after super means that this guy is going to be a reliable option to be a second slotter or a floater on any team. It's always cool to have floaters that give you good abilities, so having him on a team where you can proc his 4-side ability is also going to help. But that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers and bye.